Hey, let me guess. You're generating revenue, but your bank account doesn't show it. You've got client sales and invoices, yet when payroll hits, you're still stressed out. You're not bad with money and you're not spending it wildly, right? But there's a leak in your system. And until you find it, you'll feel broke at every level. Hi, I'm Sherelle T. Martin, the founder and CEO of Nitram Financial Solutions, where we teach bookkeeping without boundaries. Be sure to comment, like, and subscribe so you can get more tips and tricks around bookkeeping and cash flow directly in your inbox. Now, back to the story. I've seen this same story play out time and time again, whether the business is a $250,000 business or $1 million business. The problems are always the same. And the root cause is that your business looks healthy on the outside, but it's leaking money internally. So on the inside, it's just all chaos. So here's what's happened. You are consistently making revenue. You have a team of employees and or contractors. You've got recurring clients on a regular basis and bringing in new clients consistently. You might even have a bookkeeper or a CPA or someone else on your financial team, but somehow money is still tight. You're still not profitable. What is going on? You're spending money. You're doing all the things. You've got all the tools, all the subscriptions. You've got people, but not sure if the right butts are in the right seats, right? People who are not generating an ROI for the benefit of your company or your organization. You're guessing. You're not forecasting. You're not making predictions. You're kind of throwing things at the wall to see if they stick, right? You feel ashamed every time it's time to look at your numbers because you know that it's a little janky, if I can say it. Things are a little off. But what I want to tell you, it's not just a money problem. It's also a mindset problem, right? You've been taught to focus on, let's get more money. Let's hustle hard. Let's get all the sales that we can get. But without control over your cash flow, all of that is fluff. Revenue and profit have no power if you have no cash in the bank to show for it. You have to have control over your cash flow. You have to have control over your money in order for you to have the impact and the results that you desire. Because here's the truth. A lot of businesses don't go broke because they don't have enough money. They go broke because they don't have a clue where their money is going. It's not about cutting lattes and stop going to Starbucks and hoarding cash. It's about running a business that is lean, intentional, and aligned with your goals. That is the money leak mindset. And if you don't shift it and you don't change it, you're going to keep hitting the same wall over and over again. No matter how much you make. No matter how many sales you get, no matter how many new clients you bring in the door, you're going to keep hitting the same wall. So how do you shift? This is what you do. The very first thing you need to do is identify all the money leaks. You've heard me talk about it before. You need to do a cost audit. You need to do a cost audit. That is how you're going to identify where all the money is leaking out of your business. You're going to find all the costs from software services and subscription services, dues and subscriptions that you are paying for unnecessarily because you're not using it. You're not getting an ROI on it. It's duplicating some other efforts of other applications. You're going to figure out like where your team is not being as efficient as they need to be and where you're overpaying for people who are underperforming, right? You're also going to figure out where you have scope creep within the services that you provide. Like where are customers and clients draining money out of your business that you aren't benefiting from, that you aren't billing for, that you can't price your service high enough to cover. You're going to figure all of that out first. That's part of identifying the money leaks. You're also going to audit all of the costs. You're going to look at what's fixed and what's variable. You're going to figure out, are you overpaying for things that you're not using or no longer need? Second, check your cash conversion cycle. What does that mean, Sherelle? That means look at where your revenue is coming from and how quickly it's turning into cash. If you have receivables, how fast is that receivable turning into cash? If you're offering services where there is no receivables, where you may also offer subscription services, what is your monthly recurring revenue? How often are you bringing in new clients? How often are your current clients staying on as a client? How often are you losing clients? Are you losing more clients than you're bringing in the door? That's part of your cash conversion cycle, right? If you sell products and you have inventory, how fast is that inventory turning into actual sales? How much inventory is actually sitting on the shelves doing nothing? You lose money every time money sits on the shelf. The longer it sits, the more money you lose. Third, you're going to track your real profitability on a per client basis as well as a per service basis. No one does this. No one does this. Very few is what I'll say. Businesses do it. Like, no matter what business you're in, if you offer services, you should be able to identify which one of your services are profitable, which ones are not, and how much profitability each one is bringing in. Because you could be focusing on providing one service that isn't making you any money, that isn't profitable, but yet you think it is because the price point may be higher, but all of the costs that go into delivering it may be high also, which means you're not making any money. You should be looking at if you sell products, which products are profitable. I would like to believe that most product-based businesses are doing it, but many are not, right? So looking at your service line and what you offer and seeing like how profitable each service line is and which customers fill into those buckets. Maybe even identify like who those clients are so that you can make sure that you're targeting and marketing the right people for the right service. And here's the kicker. None of this requires you to be a numbers person. You just need the right systems and the right checklist to follow along so that you can make sure that you're not missing anything. So if you want to find out and plug all of your money leak holes that are in your business, then make sure that you click the link down below this video where I give you a free cash flow fix checklist. It runs you through all the systems that you need to be aware of and paying attention to find all the places where money is leaking out of your business. If you want to dig a little bit deeper, then click the other link down below, schedule a discovery call with me, or get to know call is what I call them. Let's talk about how we could possibly work with you and help support you to help you find those money leaks by doing a cost audit with you. That's all I got for you today. I hope that you find this video helpful. If so, please feel free to share it with anyone that you think will benefit as well. Talk to you guys next week. Bye.